Like here's
Okay.
another. Look at this one, Saturday Evening Poster.
Uh-huh.
But I don't. Collectors would look at me and laugh because in this collection of 103,000 magazines, I may have maybe 50 magazines that have some collector's value.
Mm-hmm.
But as I was saying before, the world of people just perhaps buying a magazine because they just like that and want to frame it and hang it. So you're going to have the original magazine. A collector wouldn't give me 5 cents for this, but someone just likes the whole thing. And plus, I mentioned to you that I did work for the NFL in my regular business.
Uh-huh.
So I'm going to contact them and just say there are certain Life magazines that have special shots of the football players. So, market it that way. Here's a magazine that this is issue number 1, volume 1, number 1, 1938, called Ken. Kind of like a weird-looking magazine, but it's a number 1. Somebody would pay me a lot of money because there's people that just like to have the first issues. But I picked that up in buying a large lot. Now I have another area here I want to show you also, but here's like this. Household. I mean, that's beautiful. In here. Beautiful. Here's a Norman Rockwell from 1921 on this Literary Digest.
Wow.
Here's another Norman Rockwell from 1921. Now this, I'll show you, this is Fortune magazine, 1936. It came out in 1930, but it's $1 a copy. Now in 1936, people made $10 a week. So they're asking for 1/10 of your weekly salary for this magazine. If you prorate it today, if you're making $500 a week, they wanted $50 for this magazine.
Wow.
But
what was the thought process behind that?
I mean, the material is unbelievable that's in here. You can just see the quality of the paper and everything. It was brilliantly made. It's probably the best magazine ever made for the quality. Look at this ad there. Look at this. And here's another car ad here. And then some of these, like this, has got value. This was an ad, a Coca-Cola ad, 1926. So those, the magazines I can't use to sell, you can take enough of them apart to sell them for people that have a 1955 Oldsmobile. They'll buy an ad. So there's so much you can mine this thing in so many different directions. This is the 1894 Literary Digest, May 5th, May 12th, May 19th, and so forth. That's Mad 1958 when it was it started out as a comic book about 1955, which I had the first comic book when I was that age, but they got a little racy with some of their stuff.
Uh-huh.
So they had to convert it to a magazine because they were violating the whatever the codes were for comic books at those times. So it converted it. Now here is a picture. This was that issue I was telling you about. This was July 5th, 43. And then here is my brother's name, Vincent Joseph DeBacco. So this was all the fellows from Philly that were killed up to a year and a half into the war, all the way down here, just from our city, just Philadelphia.